up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to, again, the Joint Effort Podcast. We're back here again. It's your boy Jerry Juice. We also got Ganja Bear Site, North Carolina Hemp Reviews is back. We got Dad. CJ will do it. Told us he's awake this time, so any moment now we might have him too. That would be a full cast, and that's quite the vibe.
Dude, I took that diamond bar, but now I'm feeling absolutely schlumped.
Well, that's nothing but making a THCa. Do it. Like, let's do it. Do it. Hell yeah. I only got the, I don't know. I gotta grow another 6 people to do it. We are all pretty stoned, so, try to stay on topic.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to, again, the Joint Effort Podcast. We're back here again. It's your boy Jerry Juice. We also got Ganja Bear Site, North Carolina Hemp Reviews is back. We got Dad. CJ will do it. Told us he's awake this time, so any moment now we might have him too. That would be a full cast, and that's quite the vibe.
Dude, I took that diamond bar, but now I'm feeling absolutely schlumped.
Well, that's nothing but making a THCa. Do it. Like, let's do it. Do it. Hell yeah. I only got the, I don't know. I gotta grow another 6 people to do it.
up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to, again, the Joint Effort Podcast. We're back here again. It's your boy Jerry Juice. We also got Ganja Bear Site. North Carolina Hemp Reviews is back. We got Dad. CJ will do it. Told us he's awake this time, so any moment now we might have him too. That would be a full cast, and that's quite the vibe.
Dude, I took that diamond board, but now I'm feeling absolutely swamped.
Well, that's nothing but making a THCa. Do it. Like, let's do it. Do it. Hell yeah. I don't know. I gotta grow another 50 people to do it.
We are all pretty stoned, so let's stay on topic.
You're good.
Oh.
Yes. You're good.
What's good, everybody? It's Joint Effort Podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Hey, yeah. What's good, everybody? It's Joint Effort Podcast. Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. Time to get together for some can of news, to blaze some tree. Oh, my bad for profanities. But you know what I'm saying? I'm lit because it's time to get lit with the Joint Effort family. And you know what I'm saying? Get down with the get down. I don't even know what I'm saying for real. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know, I was
man,
working
I
to this,
feel it.
but no, it's all about the authenticity. That's what it's all about.
I like it.
Right to the point.
Ganja Bear, what you blazing on, homie? What you blazing on?
I don't even know. Probably some lemon fritter.
Lemon fritter, let's go.
Okay.
Out in the jungle.
I got some Gary Payton loaded up in my bowl, one of the $50 zips from JK.
Oh no, the
Oh,
mosquito.
okay. I
That's
got
crazy.
some of that, but from Jay Liddy's. It's not.
Oh, nice, hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean.
And see what you smoking on, homie.
That cement shoes from the handcrafted farmers. I smoked some of that this morning.
Cement shoes. Damn.
He stepped in some fucking cement.
Yeah, and you ain't going nowhere. That's like a whole other kind of couch lock. I got couch lock, no, I got cement shoes, okay?
Damn.
It better be
That's
indica,
next
right?
level.
Better
Right.
be
Definitely.
indica.
What would be the
Definitely.
opposite? Helicopter hat? Like, you know?
Yeah. The
Bare
max
hands.
here.
Yeah. CJ, what are you blazing on, homie?
White bubblegum gelato from Jay Liddy's,
Bro.
and it is smacking.
That
Yeah,
was
you
so
already
good,
know.
man. That was so good.
White bubblegum. That sounds fire.
It was really good.
Yes.
What's up,
I
big-
say it gives me like a creamy fuel type of flavor, man. And
For
it's
sure.
fucking.
It was doing smell like bubblegum for real?
We got Evan in the chat smoking on some
Maybe.
TK41 from JK. What's up, Evan? We got JK in the chat. What's up, homies?
Yo, what's good, JK?
Happy
Hey.
Sunday.
Indeed.
Yeah, hella JK on deck. God
Cheers,
damn.
y'all. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Let's go. Cheers, JK.
Cheers.
Here's that lemon fritter. High up in genetics, it's a type 2.
Looking real nice.
Do not sleep on type 2 people.
What is a type 2? I need to learn more about that. Is that like what is that? Low
It's like
THC, high CBD?
Usually like CBD mixed with TA, like a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Sometimes
type 3 is
30.
high CBD, low THC or no THC. Type 2, 1-to-1 ratio. And then type 1 is what we all know and love.
But it could be like it could be CBG and TAC. It could be CBG and THCV. It could be like it's like a just like a mixed ratio though, basically. Instead of it being one cannabinoid to like the main cannabinoid.
Fair.
Absolutely.
Couple cannabinoids competing.
Yeah, right.
So sweet.
Well, and that's something that a lot of people sleep on is the 1-to-1 ratio. You know, when you compare, just take CBD as an example, CBD and THC, that is a match made in heaven. You know what I mean? And I like that for a couple reasons. If you're ever a little too gassed out and you've smoked a little too much, a little joint of some CBD weed gets you right back where you want to be. And then also, if you want to, on the other opposite end of the spectrum is also true. If you just medicated a sufficient amount and you want to take it just a little bit farther, smoke some CBD and you just, you know, it just settles in a little bit nicer. And some people don't, they still sleep on CBD, you know?
I made a video about that this week talking about type 2 because people really, I don't know if enough people know about type 2, enough people just, you know what I'm saying, they sleeping on it, but type 2 don't get talked about enough. I don't feel like enough people out there even giving it a try.
Oh, for
I
sure.
only heard about it a few times.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
only been
This
a
was
couple
cool.
of channels I've even seen really mention it. Like, yeah, really.
Well,
Like
and if
maybe
you
like
think of,
on the
if
count
you,
of hand.
yeah, if you think about it, it's like a spectrum. You've got, you know, on one end, high CBD, no THC, and then as you move, you know, more THC, middle of the ray, you got like a 1-to-1 ratio, and then you got a lot of THC, and there's benefits to every part of that spectrum, you know, medicinally,
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
really cool.
I
You know?
Get some CBG
Yeah.
in there before, like you gotta do some tasks. If you gotta focus heavy, like a CBG and
Mhm.
THC.
Yep.
Now we're learning about all them other cannabinoids too. Crazy what we might be seeing because, as Ganja Bear pointed out, there are strains that literally have 8-9% THCV. Imagine what that could do if you got some nice sativa genetics crossed with one of them.
Hey,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm finna try to get to growing some THCV genetics real soon.
That's cool.
Real soon. So you finna see how, you know what I'm saying, how
Yep.
it is for real. To the fullest
Yep.
extent. Get some nice real experience with it.
That'll
Yeah.
take
Hands on.
coffee and cannabis to a different level.
No kidding. Well, and this is a kind of a funny segue. We were talking before we went live about some of the misconceptions with THCA, and we were talking about how CBD follows the same acidic scientific flow that THCA does. So if you aren't aware, when you're smoking CBD flower, you're smoking CBDA. You're decarbing it just like you're decarbing THCA, and when you decarb it, the
It's got the
CBDA
CBD.
becomes CBD. But because there's no need
know
to
that.
parse out in any sort of legislation CBDA versus CBD, when you buy from companies like Jackson Wellness, they're known for great CBD flower, they'll just tell you CBD percentage. But it is technically CBDA, and there may be a little bit, 0.03, 0.05, 1 point whatever, of naturally occurring CBD in the plant, but it follows the same thing. So people that approach THCA with the assumption that it is synthetic or like Delta 8, not only is it not, but it is as natural as CBD, and actually CBG, CBD, Delta 9, all of those have acidic precursors, and that's actually what we all know and love. Just on the CBD side, there's no need to specify that like there is with the Farm Bill, which I find just hilarious. You know, like people still think THCA is Delta 8 or worse.
Yeah. It's insane.
You know, it's crazy. And it's so funny, like they even say in the article from the I'm looking at the source, the National Department of Health and Medicine. They talk about how oftentimes in testing, companies are allowed to couple the acidic form with the non-acidic form. So that's why you'll see, like in dispensaries, most often you don't see THCA percentage and then Delta 9. Some do now, and especially if they're selling across the country as a THCA hemp company, they'll have to do that. But if you just buy in a dispensary, it just shows total THCA, but newsflash, or total THC, but newsflash, anything you buy in a dispensary is THCA flower, which is, sorry if you don't like that, but that's just
Yeah,
that's
they
what it
took
is.
the THC
That's how it is.
percentage, and in most states had to multiply it by 0.86 to figure out a new number that they were allowed to put in total THC. It's,
Mhm.
So, which was something else, like you were saying earlier. If you don't like that, or like if you don't like, a lot of people, not even that, like Delta 9,
Yeah.
which most people glorify, which most people see as the holy mackerel of cannabis. That's what's really making you feel what you feel. People that think Delta 9 make you feel like it's strictly the feeling of cannabis don't even realize, like as you were saying earlier, Delta 9, when you have Delta 9 naturally occurring in the bud, once you decarb it, it turns into CBN, which is not even psychoactive.
Yep.
It's like natural melatonin, basically.
Mm-hmm. So if you were to have a plant that somehow had 20% naturally occurring Delta 9, which is not possible, and you put that in a bowl and smoked it, you'd be smoking CBN flower. It would decarb to CBN. That's why what we all know and love is THCA, and that's to actually ingest Delta 9, that cannabinoid, you need to decarb THCA. If you just start with D9, what you're going to ingest through decarbing is CBN. So you're right. People that talk about, oh no, I smoke D9 flower. No, you don't. No, you don't. I promise you don't, because you can't even grow it in that.
Who the fuck says D9?
I know. You can't even grow it in
People
that
don't.
level of
It's people,
concentration.
bro.
It doesn't
Fucking
exist.
Take my right hand from God that
Mhm.
created it and smack you.
I mean, it says here in the very first paragraph, these cannabinoids do not, Delta 9, CBD, and CBG do not occur in significant concentrations in cannabis, but they can be formed by decarbing their corresponding acids, the predominant cannabinoids in the plant. So you will
Exactly.
not find a plant with Delta 9, CBD, or CBG in high concentrations. It's the acidic form. Like, welcome to science.
Yeah, it's like
You
if
know?
everyone would understand just that like phrase right there, that sentence, everybody would understand THCA.
Can we just stop and talk about the mini paws that are coming up on Jerry's camera right now? It's fucking hilarious, dude. I'm sorry, it's so distracting. It's so cute. Look at that.
That's the guy.
Nah,
That's
for real though. Like, you out here talking
adorable.
about you smoking Delta 9, you smoking
Kinda sleep.
CBN, boy.
Facts. Yep. So it's just
You
funny, you know.
smoking sleep pep.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. It blows my mind, you know.
But it's an argument that
maybe-
goes on every day, and they usually don't want to agree. So it's again,
Mm-hmm.
can it be
Yep.
simplified?
Yeah.
It made me think at the same time. A lot of people who think that THCA isn't fake only associate being high with that heavy feel. You know what I'm saying? That fucking the slump feel. Like, because there's certain people that literally only will smoke indicas. People
For
smoke
sure.
indicas. They will not smoke
For
anything
sure.
other than indicas.
Yeah.
And they wanted it to be the strongest indica. They want to feel like, oh, when they smoke every single time. And they're not
Mhm.
stuck to the couch, can't get up. And they so hungry that they're going to eat the whole pantry plus some.
Yep.
They are not high. They think they're not high.
Well, and I think a lot of times too that no matter what you smoke, whether it's on the indica side or sativa side, if let's say you smoke a sativa, the body is going to follow the mind in one way, and if you smoke an indica, then the mind will follow the body, right? If I smoke a really heavy indica and it makes me so relaxed, that's going to translate to my thought process, where my thoughts are going to slow down a bit. I'm going to be a little more spacey, right? Whereas if I smoke a sativa and I'm thinking like this, I'm probably going to be taking more physical action that mirrors that fast thought process, right? And so I think you're so right. People will often correlate the word high with just that sedative body-like aspect, and then if they come into a sativa, they're like, the fuck is this? And then vice versa, they'll find maybe a CBD heavy strain, and they're like, this is such gas, this is so good, it gets me stoned.
Exactly.
Because that's what they think. For them, that's what
You can
stoned
get-
is.
You could get them a super nice, a very nice, you know what I'm saying, indica. Just make sure it smell good, make sure it's pretty, roll it up. They won't
Right.
tell a difference.
For
If
sure, man.
anything, they might like it more. Just
Right.
because it make them feel more slumped.
Right. Well, and that's something I've found, like, people that struggle with anxiety as they get older will naturally gravitate to indicas, and then there's oftentimes a point where they go full CBD because they don't want any of that mental change. They just want the physical relaxation. Which that's what's so beautiful about the plant is there's such a time and place for all the cannabinoids that exist within it.
Yeah,
True.
And
for so many
even
things.
chopping the plant at a certain time changes those effects.
That is
And
so
anything.
true.
Definitely.
100%, dude.
That's something that is a main factor within the THCA and the Delta 9 debate.
Absolutely,
Because-
the life cycle of it. You're so right.
I'm pretty sure Jerry just brought this up. It's a lot of CBD strains that have Delta 9 names, you know what I'm saying, and they're Delta 9 genetics, and it's because it actually is that strain just chopped way before it should have ever been.
Facts. That's why they're so terp heavy, right? That's why they're a little harsher on the throat. It's CBD flower always tends to have more of an earthy flavor to it at the end of it, under whether it's after the terpiness, and it's so true. If you most of the time are to take those strains and were to let them go their full growth cycle, they would become the THCA Delta 9 counterpart that we know of their name to be. Absolutely. And people don't get that. I was just talking to my dad about that. People like there's a life cycle to how those cannabinoids develop, and they go into one. They kind of, Russian doll fold into one another.
The first plant I ever grew was a CBD plant, but it like I don't know, like if you looked at the trichomes on it, they weren't like trichomes that you see from if you was to buy it from like any distributor. They weren't all like clear, you know what I'm saying? They weren't like glass or anything like that. If you looked at them, it looked like hash was inside of them. They were like brown. You almost think the bud was dirty if you weren't looking at it the right way because it was like the trichomes were like
Sure.
very
That's
dark.
nice.
I get
super
you.
dark.
Yeah.
Chop them up.
And then like I smoked that and the first time I smoked it, it got me as high as I've been almost ever, bro. And that was some CBD.
Yeah.
The seed came from some CBD. The shit I smoked before, the shit that I smoked from the seed did not make me feel anything other than energetic and a nice little head change, relax. That had me like dang near paranoid. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that was CBD. So like it really is when you chop the plant.
Yep.
Huh.
Absolutely, man. It's really. I hope one day, whether it's through federally legalization or whatever, that we can start to see this plant as one whole plant and stop not just the parsing of hemp versus marijuana, which is a formality, but just understanding that the plant is the plant. And like you said, let's take just sour diesel as an example. Sour diesel is sour diesel. Its genetics are what they are, no matter what. And so depending on how you grow it, you can get a CBD heavy sour diesel or a THCA heavy sour diesel. Now, that genetic may naturally have an average occurring of X cannabinoid, but that doesn't mean it still follows the natural life cycle of going to start as CBG. It's the mother of all cannabinoids. It's going to go to CBD. It could mature into THCA, right? And so it's once we start looking at it as one thing, and then just depending on how it is grown and the genetics, it will have certain traits that are elevated. Rather, it's like people, right? We're all the same, but some guy might be more physically capable than another person. Someone might be smarter or have different traits. They all have their own recipe to them, but it is one thing,
For sure.
But what's funny is we're at the weird spot we talked about this last week, where all the law and thought process right now is going from the place and understanding that cannabis and hemp, or marijuana and hemp, are two different things. And we're even seeing that kind of being doubled down in what the DEA might do with, okay, we'll Schedule 3 marijuana and not touch the hemp market. And so what's weird is it's kind of two main roads. If we go that road, I just wonder if it will ever, like, are we just going to continue to like deny science, and how long are we going to do that just for the sake of having these two separate markets, which I mean, the government's done before, but it's like, at what point can we just call it one thing and it's not Schedule 3? It's,
Real.
Like we were talking about earlier,
Gotta be the next decade, man.
I hope.
the main thing
Hope
that
so.
separates the two markets, what separates the markets, is the Delta 9 percentage, which honestly doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't mean a thing because when you, like we just said, when you burn the Delta 9, it isn't Delta 9 no longer. It's CBN, which isn't psychoactive.
Yes.
And if you fail
This-
a test, what you do is you grow another plant and you chop the next sample off 3-4 weeks earlier and send it in then, and boom, you now
Absolutely.
have a passing result.
Yep.
Ah.
Well, and that's why some like type 2s and
Hey, you
even
only gotta get one.
even the rare type 3s on occasion you smoke, or like ganja bear, the one you talked about, the CBD strain you grew, you smoke it and you're like, wait a minute, is this CBD? You're like, holy shit, I'm fucking lit right now. And you're like, okay, no. So I grew this and chopped it when I did. Or, if some CBD plant, maybe they test their crop and then, sit on it for a bit. And then you buy something later. Like, wow, this is smacking hard. Like, I've had some stuff from Jackson. I'll never forget their Skywalker OG. That shit
Terpenes,
smoked like a heavy indica. Like, it worked for me better than a lot of THCA indicas.
Yeah.
Lemon octane, bro. The strain lemon octane, that shit is viable on the streets, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Like real, like
Lemon octane is pretty good, especially even
from the
CBD.
way that it smells, from the way that it tastes, and even how it feels. Bro. I'm telling you, roll it in a backwood and give it to somebody and see what they say. Nothing. If they do say something, this shit tastes good.
Oh, for sure.
Other than
Yeah.
that, nothing.
No.
Like this just taste like lemon heads and gas. How could you be mad?
Seriously.
And then that strain is like CBG. It's like a 101 CBG and CBD. So they give you that nice relaxed feel, and the CBG increases that relaxation feel while adding a little adding a little to it. Look.
Oh, yeah.
And what people don't realize,
Tiny bit
I've
of
did this before.
energy.
Mm-hmm.
if you get a CBG heavy strain that isn't just purely CBG, because purely CBG, I'm pretty sure it don't work like that. But a strain very heavy in CBGA or just CBG and it has a nice amount of other cannabinoids, you let that sit. That CBGA in the right conditions can turn into THCA. Because CBGA, like you were saying, is the precursor to all other cannabinoids. The CBGA under the right conditions is going to turn into CBD. It's going to turn into CB. I'm pretty sure it can turn into CBN. It can turn into anything. It can turn into basically anything.
Yep.
So under the right conditions, you can turn that CBGA. You put that in a nice, cool room in a dark spot. Come back to it 2 months later. That might be some smack pack that you got at like 40 to zip because it was some CBG.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yep. No, it's so true. I've had strains that I'll sit on for a bit, and you pull them back out, and you're like, this is not even the same. Like, I'll go back and look at a video I did for it. I'm like, this is not the same thing. Like, this is not the same. It's it's wild. But that's
crazy.
Yeah, it's when you really start to understand how all of the different cannabinoids flow into one another and can kind of build upon each other. Yeah, you realize like, man, I could cop some CBD flower, and it's not, just because of how everything came to light, where you just had this assumption that CBD is, because it's not psychoactive means you don't feel it. And I think that's not what that means, at all.
No,
I always
It's not
slept
how it
on
works.
I could bowl some CBD in the morning. You definitely feel it.
That's what I'm saying, man. No doubt. Like,
I feel like
Taste
CBD
is what I'm like.
mm-hmm.
CBD
I feel-
flower, it tastes good as hell.
Oh, I love rolling a nice fat joint of some good like Jackson CBD. Like, there's nothing. It just tastes so good.
Like
That's
God
why I
was
feel
saying,
like
that lemon octane that came from Jackson literally it was fire. Like,
Well, and I
It's so
find
good.
like this happened yesterday. I was at my dad's house, helping him build a shed in his backyard, and I rolled a really fat joint of 2 different kinds of Jackson flower I just got in. And by the end of it, I was like, man, this is like, it wasn't 100% the same as like how I felt after I'd smoke a blunt, but I was like,
Yeah.
man, like sometimes instead of a blunt, you just need some really good CBD flower, like I
still a
felt real
head
good.
change. You don't
Yeah,
have to be,
good.
like,
And I was just like,
relax.
oh, yeah.
faded, like
It was really nice. It felt real good, I think it contributed a lot to why I woke up this morning not feeling like I got hit by a truck either, after,
yeah.
building the
Well,
shed. Like,
CBD before
Yeah.
bed and CBD in the morning can completely switch your day.
for sure, dude.
Like
Yeah.
for real, for real.
yeah,
for
so that's
sure.
not even mentioning like the other medicinal benefits of it. It's just
Oh, yeah.
so many good things from all these cannabinoids.
Oh, for sure. It's insane, Well, and hopefully people will start to, especially those that watch this, will start to kind of come to light a bit and realize, okay, I understand a little more of what THCA is. It's what I've always actually loved. It's what I've always called bud. Just now, because they put it in the farm bill, it's goes under hemp, which I always thought hemp was just a crop used for paper and rope, and it's like, no, nope,
Yeah.
not really. But I mean, I remember when I was a kid, and hemp we just thought was like burlap, like it was just like a crop used to make rope, and like there was no talk of CBD or like any of that. I remember when CBD first started coming to light, it was
smoking
people were like,
it.
wait, there's something else in here besides THC. What's that?
We
Crazy.
just weed. All I know.
Uh-huh. But I remember we had
Crazy.
the first real heavy CBD strain we sold in Colorado was Flow. And we'd have people that would come in and you'd start to see their perception change. And they'd be like, some people would come in that were like their buddy told them about Flow, but didn't mention it was CBD. And they start buying it and they're like, this is the best. This is such gas. I love this. It's so good. I'm like, yeah, sometimes it's what you need,
Yeah.
Real enough.
I mean, there are certainly moments.
Yeah, for sure. When I love edible CBD like that. For me, that's a real nice
CBD
time.
cookies.
Yeah, cookies, gummies, just high concentration CBD edibles. I'll put your body right where you need to be.
Just infuse all your food with it.
For sure.
You
Definitely.
end up waking
My
up.
dad don't smoke at all, but he loves some CBD gummies.
Yeah.
Loves some CBD gummies.
Yep. Yeah, like Jerry said, you do it before bed. You'll wake up feeling like all your joints are well oiled and you're ready to go. You don't feel stiff and nice.
Probably need some time. It would definitely help.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's about getting
Nice.
fed. It's about helping your body, helping your body, your mind.
Exactly.
It's so true, and that's something else people don't talk about a lot. Like whether it's you smoke CBD, you prefer that, or THCA. Like there is such a correlation between how your body is going to feel and how your brain is going to feel, and the setting with around what you smoke, and even going into it. Like I find just taking 2-3 seconds before you smoke to kind of just, without sounding hippie or woo woo, just being intentional about, hey, I'm going to enjoy this. This is going to be nice. Like if I've got something bothering me, let me take a second, just deep breath. I find that times like if I'm stressed and don't do that, sometimes it'll just it'll just make me think more on, which sometimes is a good thing if you need to think through something, but sometimes it's like, no, let me just take a minute and chill, and you get your mind right, your body right, and those are so connected. That's why, like we were talking about, sometimes CBD does affect the brain, just not in the way we think of. It's kind of indirectly. You get the body relaxed, which helps calm the thoughts, or vice versa. You calm your thoughts, which then helps calm your body.
Indeed.
So cannabis, it's a beautiful plant.
Complicated one. Can do a lot.
It is.
But
It is.
What happens if
That's
they
a
don't
fact.
start making these movements is we start getting some stranger things that we were talking about this week. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I saw 2 products with CB9 in them, so I just felt like posting in the group chat, who's heard of CB9? And everyone was kind of like, what the hell at this point? Like, what are we doing now at this point?
Barely. How do
Yeah.
you need like?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like they're playing around, bro. Just do what they do.
THCXSVTLQ.
I think a
You know,
lot of
Like I
it
said
is-
last time, try your hardest not to be a lab rat.
True.
Yep.
There's a whole
Do
world
what you
outside
need.
of the United States, so I guess this was discovered or created because it's synthetic. So that would mean it was created, not discovered, right?
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
know. So basically, I think some other country, I don't want to say the wrong one, but they make some changes to the CBD molecule so that you can feel it, and it's technically not THC, so it's very much legal in a lot of spots,
Interesting.
but it's not like a what do we say, 4-hydroxy.
Who are these scientists?
What I was gonna
Yeah, that's is it really a scientist? That's a good question.
What I was gonna say
Dr.
is, these people, what you really have to think about, no matter what it is, Delta 8, fucking THCP, CBXA, NXBYZ, Alphabet, PH, I don't care, bro. Whatever it is, you gotta think these people that's creating this stuff aren't testing it on themselves. They're not like, oh, I just cooked this up. Let me smoke a joint of it. Let me take a dab. No, No, that's not what they're doing. They're taking the rats. They're literally taking the rats, and they're fucking all right. Let's smoke
Put
this
a
little
label
guy
on
out.
it.
Let's smoke him out and see if he tweaks out. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes
literally what
not
they're
even
doing,
that.
bro. Like,
Seen that?
You know.
Yeah, they probably don't even do that.
No, and that's why I think it's kind of you always have both ends of the spectrum, right? Whenever it's the whole classic with great freedom comes great responsibility, and some people don't put those two together. And with a lot of this stuff being as deregulated as it is from the hemp side, right, and not kind of state by state basis, you have companies that will do it right, and then you have companies that choose not to. And it's like it's always important to vet the companies you're going to buy from and what it is you're going to ingest from them.
Yeah.
Always if you don't have any reputable companies, it's why we have the Discord, because y'all, you can come here and find like reputable companies. We care about y'all. Like, we're not just going to put recommendations in this Discord of shit that's going to hurt anyone in any way. Like, it's only what we use, and you can defer what you want based on what we use. But you can assure that if we're going to put it in our body, it's safe and trusted. We all,
Yes.
we care about that, so that's
We like to take care of our bodies around here.
yeah, absolutely. And that's it's something we pride ourselves on with the joint effort. Like, you can come here and to this Discord and get good knowledge and understanding, and we can, there's places to direct you where to go. I'll put it that way for YouTube's sake. And it's a beautiful thing. The fact that, like, you see companies like JK and others that are JK is really pushing medicine for the masses right now. That's their whole mantra. And you see other companies echoing that. And as we understand this plant and it's less stigmatized, you watch the price come down, right? Because you're starting to kind of realizing there's a lot more supply that's meeting demand than we thought. So price is naturally just going to decrease. And with that, it's awesome, because then you have that allows the single moms and single dads and people that are young college kids that are trying to afford an education and stuff, the ability to medicate and still afford daily life, which, as we all know right now, is pricier than normal. So
Yep.
it's a beautiful thing.
All countries.
great mutual,
Smoking.
like, yeah.
Handcrafted, yeah, I gotta hit them up.
Putting good deals out, good quality, making sure people ain't going broke to toke. That's not what it's about.
It's literally
Smoking
so
smoking
$5
zips
zips.
and paying less. Literally, that's the whole definition of them right there.
Huh.
That's
So
amazing.
cheap
Y'all
weeds
heard it
in
here
the
first. Handcrafted Farms, y'all.
It's all
You want some
Right.
fire
Handcrafted
budget
Farms.
flour? Check them out. Jerry, we got a giveaway this week?
No.
No? Okay, I wasn't sure if we did or not, y'all.
One this week.
I'll
This
have
week was
one
a
at the
little
end of
bit
this
weird.
week.
Okay.
It's
That's
gonna be
okay.
a banger. Stay tapped in on my channel, man.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll be good. We got a few epic giveaways coming. CJ's got one the end of the week. I could bet y'all money by the end of this month we'll be doing the press giveaway. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll be doing it through the Discord too. So make sure you're in the Discord if you want to get your hands on a press. Okay.
Ain't that some shit?
If you want one of these, brand new, y'all, get yourself in the Discord.
I don't know if y'all ears work or not. Talk about a fucking free press for
Yeah. It's
free
a
press,
right
Make
bro.
live rosin in the
Great
comfort of
thing.
your own
Like
home.
dab dab.
We have people out here like we were just showing you handcrafted farmers. I don't even want to show them too much. I don't want to say their name too much because I would like to cop. I don't want y'all to sell them out. So we got people like JK Distro out here putting $50 zips. You get a free press, then you get a $50 zip.
Mhm.
You need dabs
That's the whole
anymore.
thing.
Dabs all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all, I'm telling you, there is nothing like a dab fresh off the press. It's just, something about it. It's just different. It's so tasty.
It's gonna be a day, man. We're just gonna be getting exotic $5 zips.
I would love to see it, man. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
$5 zips of some, like, super exotic genetics. Oh,
That happened, bro.
be buying
It's gonna be
pounds
too
and
much
pressing
weed,
that.
bro.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
If
It'd be
enough
too
people
much.
started growing for themselves, it's hypothetically possible we get the price.
Facts.
I think there
That's-
already is,
yeah,
bro.
that's so true.
There's
I honestly
definitely
think
really
there
cheap
already is.
stuff.
And I hope yeah. I hope they make it able, like at just a easy legal federal level to grow, because that would so drive the price down. And then for those that just want, especially those in like rural communities, can just, all right, I got my meds, I'm good, like
Yeah.
I'm
it's so
telling y'all,
awesome.
it started as simple as this, bro. Y'all see where I'm at right now. Y'all see this area, right? I know we all got something that looks similar, not exactly. You got some woods around your crib, dog.
Yeah.
You got somewhere in your neighborhood, somewhere in your city is some woods. You got seeds as well. If you don't got no seeds, bro, go fucking buy some. I know places you can get 100. It don't even gotta be. It don't gotta be no gas. It really does not have to be gas. This isn't the point. It could be CBD. It just has to be hemp. I don't care if you're buying heirloom seeds, which means there's like not even anything in them holes. I forgot it even called heirloom. I forgot what it is, but like you know what I'm saying? Just hemp, basically. Industrial hemp. It could be. Just go to wherever you can find a spot where you know what I'm saying. It's kind of secluded
Start throwing
and
seeds.
dump them, bro. Make sure you got a nice amount of water. Dump them, bro, and just put water all over there. Make sure you get them seeds soaked up so they actually sprout and stuff. You just can't throw the seed and hope it rain. It don't work like that. You got to put a little bit of love into them, but make sure you know what I'm saying. Just work. Start planting some zod. They can't stop everybody, bro. That's the point that I'm trying to make. And you feel me? It just starts simply with you. You have to start the movement. If you don't start it, nobody else.
Go on strike.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes, 100%,
Hey,
dude.
look, my phone know what's up. Even my phone know what's up. You feel me? Hey, that's a message right there.
Yeah,
Y'all feel me?
yeah. We got Josh in the chat, and he says, "Why can't this shit be like a tomato? No need for all that other stuff." And it's
And
so
that's
true.
what I'm gonna tell that. Look, this is why, Josh, because people they don't got the fucking nuts, they don't got the gonads to go out there and plant the seeds.
Fucking seeds, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, too.
No, no. Yeah.
We're just gonna start seeing news headlines.
Florida
Random
man.
cannabis plants popping up in the state of Florida. You know what I mean? Like,
Florida
Be
man.
hilarious. Florida man plants hemp across the state.
Florida man plants hundreds of hemp plants.
Yeah. The Florida PD
Hey.
has found 400,000 plants around this local area.
I'm not gonna say
So
too much,
funny.
guys, but like I said, it all starts here. It really does. It all starts here.
The jungle.
Trust and believe. It all starts here.
That's hilarious. No, you're right, and it's I think that I really hope that as even if it stays differentiated, where we've got hemp and we've got marijuana, and marijuana, let's say it goes Schedule 3. I look at it this way, it should have a rebound effect. If we're gonna make marijuana Schedule 3, then that should have a rebound effect on deregulating hemp even more. Okay, if we're gonna keep them separate, and apparently marijuana is just something you have to have a prescription for and go to your doctor for and everything, then hemp should be readily available. If you don't need a prescription to go to the doctor, then why is it at all like protected? Let's make it like a tomato. And if that happens, cool. Give me some hemp seeds. And I can grow my hemp and everything's great.
Yeah.
Which will be, I think that'd be a huge it'd be wild to see if everyone was able to grow legally at like at a mass level federally, how rapid the quality of bud would just even increase even more, and then where genetics you would get, and like
Because there's so many people right now that have the knowledge of all
Everyone's
these different
plants
ways
will
of
be
growing and
pollinated.
genetics. So
exactly,
it would just
and like I wonder what mines we haven't tapped into in markets where it's illegal and they don't want to break the law. They have too much to lose, rightfully so. But like when we tap into that knowledge base, what could those people bring to the table to take cannabis to the next level? Like
And all of the crazy experiments that can start to happen with space and
right.
exactly.
controlled ecosystems, freedom to do things.
One thing we should talk about today, real quick, before as we're getting towards the end of the show, we've talked about Neuralink a bunch, right? We've talked about Elon Musk and Neuralink on past episodes.
Yeah.
Well, they have officially
They put one in.
put one in a human
Yeah.
being.
Yep.
Started a human trial.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
and they went on record saying initially, right, their goal is helping paraplegics and quadriplegics regain full limb function, helping blind people regain full sight function, and then also have a instant connection between the brain and computer interface, right? You can essentially look at your phone and you're just thinking, scroll down, hit the join effort Discord, okay, join the voice chat, turn on my mic. You're just
Power
thinking
level.
that, and your phone is working. But then long term, right, they want that, they've stated on the record, full integration where you could essentially download Spanish and you know it or something. And the fact that they have already not only have human trials, but they've been successful with implantation. There's so far hasn't been any infection rate or nothing like that. Things are going well. Initial tests are going well. Shit, like that's
a lot.
that's crazy. You know,
we were just talking about it recently, and it's already
I know.
starting now.
Well, what I found kind of eerie is Elon Musk. I forget where, if it was a podcast or an event, but he went on record saying that he thinks within 10 years we will have, I think he said, 1 billion humanoid robots integrated into society. Now, what's funny is most people are saying that's bullshit, and because 10 years ago we had predicted that by now AI would be in every part of daily life, and that obviously is not true. But what I find funny is, why is he making such outlandish claims? It's like, I feel like he's It's like, I'm going to make these outlandish claims about stuff that's not going to happen while I'm actually putting this in a human's brain. Like, let's talk about that, not about this prediction of robots in 10 years. Let's talk about
the future.
Who'd you put it in, first of all?
Yeah.
Right? What are they actually doing? How much are they performing? Is it a quadriplegic? Are they walking?
Yeah, what is it?
Because it's
Are they
like,
still- where are they at?
No.
right,
And honestly,
Right.
the prediction of AI taking over is not even far fetched because it's happening right now in front of our face. Bro, it's simple as Siri. You got Siri on your phone, right? That is an AI, bro. That is an AI. It's simple as that. And now we got people making all these little AI memes. We got Drake fucking singing it, whatever it is you so please make him say. We got Drake doing damn Subway Surfer ads. You feel me? Like we got damn motherfucking people that's dead. Lim Nelson fucking singing fucking Twisted and shit. Like whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want, bro.
Yep.
You can make it happen. You can make Abraham Lincoln spit the baby. The most randomest shit, bro.
True.
How would that sound? I'm gonna have to go make that happen with some AI software later. It's just now
I can't even comprehend, but the AI will make it happen. I can't think of it, but the AI is gonna make it happen. I can't think of it, but they're going to make it happen in minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what's scary about, we talked about this before, like with Neuralink, it's such a slippery slope, because the second someone tries to say, like, we shouldn't be doing this, it's like, well, how can you say no to, like, I think about people that have blind kids. You telling me my son may have the chance to see? How can you say no to that, right? Or my son can't walk?
Crazy.
That's awesome. But where does it stop? And like, who can afford it? Is it going to be available to everyone through insurance? Is it going to be only for people that are wealthy? And then
$1,000 a procedure, like.
and then Elon's already said he has the technology to stop all Teslas. Theoretically, he could stop all Teslas on the road with the press of the button. So who's to say that when that's all in your brain, like, let's put this, docile virus that's just going to make everyone really, really calm and not really have an opinion, or like, it's crazy.
It's like exactly like you were talking about before. Like whenever you're talking about Neuralink, it's just literally like, if they can do that, then what else can they do?
What else can they do? And what are they already doing, right? And like,
what are they doing?
It's, if that's the tech we know is starting to get introduced to the general public, like,
that could be scary.
So mm-hmm. It's so wild, it's and you think about, like, with the Apple Vision Pro that just came out. You see people on the streets now with them that are walking around and they're doing this while they're walking down the street looking at shit in their glasses. And you're like, man, you fast forward that 40, 50 years when all of us just have that as a normal part of life that's integrated into how you pay for things and how you get your gas and how you pay your mortgage. And it's like, when you kind of take a step back and look at it from a different lens, you're like, wait a second, like this is an episode of Black Mirror that we're living in. You know what I mean? Like, it's
all hail plankton.
It's crazy. You say all hail plankton.
Yeah.
Random, but if you are a SpongeBob fan, SpongeBob is apparently making an appearance at the Super Bowl. So you're welcome.
This Super Bowl is sounding more interesting every time I hear something about it.
There's so many conspiracies around it too. They're hilarious.
Hey, that's lit though.
Yeah, it's the
I'd rather have SpongeBob than Ice Spice or some shit.
Yeah, it's the anthem. I forget the episode.
Yeah,
I
really.
literally just watched with my son. It's when they all do the stadium anthem and like Squidward's conducting. They're in the band. They're doing that for the beginning of the Super Bowl. Yeah, which is hilarious.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
damn.
There's the newest conspiracy though. This is hilarious. They've now tied the presidential election to the Super Bowl. I'll tell you how. So it started with the logo conspiracy, where the past 2 years, the color gradient, the two colors used in the Super Bowl logo were the colors of the two teams that played. So this year, so every year the logo for the next Super Bowl gets released at the prior year's Super Bowl. So in 2022, we got the logo for this year's Super Bowl, and it was purple and red. So everybody was saying that's evidence that it's going to be the Ravens and the 49ers. Well, we all know now it's Chiefs and Niners. And there's two conspiracies. One is that the NFL, it's assuming it's scripted. One is that the NFL changed the script to have the Chiefs be in the Super Bowl because with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift dating, they're going to get more views. Which is hilarious. The other conspiracy is the last presidential election year was 2020. It was also a leap year. And the Super Bowl was the Chiefs and the Niners. This year, it's a leap year. It's a presidential election with Biden and Trump, just like 2020, and it's Niners Chiefs. So the new conspiracy, which is fucking ridiculous, is if the Chiefs win, Biden is going to win, and if the Niners win, Trump is going to win.
How bored
This is what happens when you have way too much time on your hands. People come up with these theories. I know.
Gosh.
Isn't it hilarious? Isn't it
Like,
fucking
all that
hilarious?
time, you know how much bread they could have made putting that time into something though. They
That's
could have
what I'm
started
saying. Although
Here's
they
the
post it on
thing,
YouTube
maybe
and then they
this
get
is how
monetized
some
videos.
guy gets his ability to watch the Super Bowl. Everybody in the house doesn't care about football, but he's the biggest football fan. But all of his family members is just like hella political all the time.
Yeah, they
But
all
he-
watch Alex Jones, so he's like, "Hey, this is my in."
This is how
Conspiracy.
I get to watch.
That's so funny though. Yeah, I'm like, that's just crazy, you know. But what's so funny is just because causation and correlation, it's gonna be hilarious. Let's say the Niners win, which I would love, and let's say Trump wins. It would be hilarious because then everyone's gonna be like, "See, we were right. Holy shit!" Or if the Chiefs win and Biden wins, like, "Oh, you know," which is so. But if it's the Chiefs win and Trump wins, or vice versa, no one will say a thing. Just
Everything will fade away.
Oh, what happened?
Like
Yeah, no,
nobody
we
said a
didn't
thing.
predict that. Nothing happened. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm not
You know?
incredibly sure how this one works.
Well, and I think the whole idea that the NFL is scripted is bullshit simply because I look at it like the flat earth theory. All science aside for a second, if the earth was actually flat, there are too many people that are in on that secret that someone by now, you're talking every person in physics, in science, in aviation. Every one of them are in on it and lying. What are they being paid? It's just not possible. And same thing. You're mean to tell me every coach, every assistant coach, every ball boy is keeping the secret that it's scripted on every level. All retired players, no one has come out and said, "Here's the script," ever. It's like it would have shown itself in some way if it was true.
It's just people can't believe what they can't be in.
Exactly. 100%. 100%.
That's all.
Shit.
100%.
In basketball, you hear stories about it. I mean, but
Mhm.
that's because in basketball, some refs got caught rigging or calling.
Well, and that's-
plays to swing
Yep.
games for bettors.
Yep. And it doesn't, and like you said, it doesn't mean that there's not deceit in sports, right? And I'm sure there have been cases of NFL refs getting paid. I know there was a case in the 70s of the Steelers quarterback. One of the years the Steelers was in the Super Bowl, he owed a tremendous amount of debt to the mob. And so the mob said, "Here's what's going to happen. On the first drive, you're going to throw the ball to the other team." And they literally told him everything he was going to do. And he lost the game to pay back his debt to the mafia. So there's been cases of things being rigged, but it is not everyone get together and here's the script, here's the scores,
Yeah, no.
here's the plays. Fuck, no, there's too much. There's too much random. It can't be.
So
You know?
telling
So I got
me-
some bets placed. You got to do this.
Right. Like you can't predict that. You just,
And like you just said, bro, you just said some mafia. Like, bro, you know about this. Word got out about this shit.
exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that
And that's
is the
dealing
real
with
shit.
mafia.
Exactly.
Like, you feel me?
Right. If it was scripted at the highest level, that would have come out by now. You know, for sure.
Same way, I mean, WWE clearly fake.
Yes.
Clearly fake. You don't see them. Well, when you watching football,
Right.
do you see them? No, them boys. Them
No
really hit
kidding.
each other. if you watch slow mo of the WWE, them boys be like, they don't be hitting each other, cause they be hitting
Yeah,
themselves.
they don't put microphones in the NFL helmets to make the hits sound hard. Like,
Can you imagine?
Like
you
they be
know?
hitting themselves in the WWE and shit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
no, them
Oh,
boys
for
really
sure.
out there
Here's
putting
someone's-
sweat and tears on that field, bro. Like y'all just mad y'all can't be out there with them.
Oh.
And are injuries scripted then? Like, hey, so you're gonna break your leg today? Congratulations, your career's over. Like,
Yeah,
who the
Derrick
fuck
Rose,
would step
bro.
on the field to
It
do
was
that?
scripted that Derrick, bro. Before he was even born, it was scripted. Derrick Rose from the tear his ACL, bro.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
like
lot of
who?
players on the court to control. There are a lot of players on the field to control all at once. You're telling me.
Exactly.
Um,
All if you
so you
really
sit down
controlled
the
all
whole
those variables.
NFL at the beginning of the season, you're like, guys, this is it's gonna be a very wild season. You're all gonna act in this year, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
No
And
one's
all of
gonna
them should
see
be in
it
Hollywood
coming.
then.
The Broncos are gonna win it all this year. We got some wild stuff happening.
And
Oh,
I
I
guess
Denver
somebody
Nuggets,
could-
I'm so down.
somebody could even say like, all right, look, everybody that hop in that bit, like you got to go through a screening or something to even be in that bit. But it's people from all type of different walks of life in all these different sports. These people not from America all the time. These people not from, you know what I'm saying? These from
Sure.
everywhere. You think
Uh-huh.
all the people from everywhere going for some bullshit? No.
No.
All different types of walk of life. Everybody ain't about bullshit. Everybody not even for the money. People out there doing that because that's like they passion. You know what I'm saying? It's people out there doing it just for the bread.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
mean, how you do it just for the bread when you're playing foot? Like you feel me? It's bro,
Yeah.
no.
Right.
You putting your life on the line every time you hop on the field.
Right. And
And
if you're
on
doing
the
it for the
court,
money, get on a
anything.
fucking practice squad. You're still gonna make high five, maybe six figures for practicing with the fucking team. Like, if you want to do it for the money, be a kicker. All right, like, okay. There's where you said these people bust their ass every day and get CTE. It's a passion for them, and it's why you see a lot of times, unless they're like you're like a Tom Brady, a very well-known athlete that gets a broadcasting job, some of these athletes don't know what to do once they're out of the league. It's all they've ever done in high school and college, and they struggle to find a calling.
Oh, for sure.
Watched a few movies
Yeah.
showing shit.
It's almost like prisoners. If you're in prison for such a long time, it's all you know. You get out, and you're almost it's like in Shawshank when he goes back in prison. You get out, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, everything I know is in
Like,
there.
like,
You know?
nuts, man.
It discredited all the work and all the stuff that these players had to go through to assume that shit fake for real. And
Oh,
it just
yeah.
discredit all that shit.
Absolutely, dude. It's that's wild. Well, like you said, Ganja Bear, people will critique what they can't get in. I find that so many people that critique the NFL are those high school washed-out athletes that, oh man, I could have gone pro, bro. I could have gone pro, but it's like, okay, I bet you could have. Where you working? Einstein Bagels? Good job. No judgment.
What?
I love
Where
Einstein's,
is
but
that?
it's like, CJ, you never had Einstein Bagels? Do you all know what
No,
Einstein's
this
is?
Bro, I don't, nah.
What?
I don't know.
My man
You got
said
two dudes-
Einstein's
You got two dudes with
bagels.
bagels to their eyes.
Y'all blowing my mind. You don't? Yeah, Einstein's
They
is
do?
so bomb. Yeah,
Where
I
are
think
they
that's their
from?
logo. At least it used to be.
I've never been there before.
Where are
Though.
they from?
I don't know where they're originally from. I know I've lived in Denver, Texas and Arizona, and all three states have had them. So I don't know if it's like a Midwest thing or what, but
I
I
think
mean,
I've seen one
nothing
before.
beats a good New York bagel ever. But they're delicious. They're real good.
Einstein bagels.
Yeah, Einstein they're delicious, man.
Oh,
nah.
yeah. You were-
If I
That's a new one
nothing
for
beats a
me.
New York bagel though.
It's a new one.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys have not had a bagel in New York, you're missing out.
Definitely
I
have.
don't even
Some-
like bagels.
I know. I'm sure you have, Jerry. No doubt, man. Oh, fresh. Even just a plain bagel, plain cream cheese, fresh in New York with a
That's
cup of
all you
coffee.
need.
That's all you need. It's so.
Some bacon.
I literally, if I were ever to make homemade bagels, I would get a relative from the East Coast to mail me New York seawater so I could use it. If I could find a way to like do that where it would work. Because man, there's nothing like it. It's just the water, man. It's just something about it. It's so good. It's,
That in the dough. Yeah.
Yes.
No, there's a lot of
Yes.
theories that that's half the taste. I'm making it that way.
yeah. It's just like there's nothing like an Amorosa roll for a hoagie or a cheesesteak, and you can really only get them in the East Coast, but they're the softest bread ever. So good. Now I'm getting my ass hungry.
Want a bagel
Wow.
now?
I want a bagel. I want a cheesesteak. Fuck, I want it all. Sounds good.
Shit.
If y'all come out here, I'll have to make you guys my cheesesteaks. One thing I'm famous for is my East Coast. I make them just like the East Coast.
The Texas cheese stick.
I love a good cheese
No, it
steak.
ain't a Texas cheesesteak. It is a Philly cheesesteak in Texas. Let me tell you what.
Shit.
I will put my cheesesteaks up with anybody on the East Coast. I learned from the best in Jersey. I do it the legit, authentic way. You freeze the meat, you shave it right before you pop it on the flat top. Pop it on the flat top. If you want some diced onions, I'll put it in there for you. Right when it's done, you put on 4 slices of white American cheese, not Cheese Whiz. Fuck the Philly Cheese Whiz. It has to be white American. You slap that up on a French bread roll, or Omarosa rolls if you can find them. I'm telling you guys, it's a different day. Y'all come out here, I'll make them for you. It's so good.
Sounded like the right steps, but
I make them for my Italian relatives, and they're like,
Fly
okay,
out
this
of
is legit.
Philadelphia now. I'm gonna fly out of Philadelphia with 7 cheesesteaks.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do an 8 cheesesteak comparison.
Let's do it. I'm so down.
Well, I mean, if I go to Philadelphia, there's about 7 cheesesteaks that I need to pick up. CJ, I heard you say "dang," but there's like, if he's not been in Philly for a while. He's got to have all 7 of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Good old. I haven't been to Philly in a minute. I have a lot of family in Philly. Shout out to Her Daughter's Cafe. If y'all are in Philly and you want some delicious pastries and baked goods, they actually got super big in Philly. It's my cousin's shop called Her Daughter's Cafe.
Wow.
Delicious. It's so good. They're crazy, dude. They have. It's my cousins. They got started in Jersey and Wildwood, and they were famous for this like a caramel butter cake. I think it is. It was like a family recipe, and then they got popular on Instagram and moved to Philly and opened up a shop. It's like what their dad did for years. Like it's been the family. They're all entrepreneurs and do that, and it's so good. So, shout out to them if you're in Philly.
Philly has a lot
Go
of
check
good
them out.
food.
They really do.
Wait
They
till
really
Philly
do.
has a recreational weed market.
Mm.
That'll be good for them thinking about it.
Oh yeah, man. That's so true. People are gonna be munching. You know? Yeah. Oh. Or could you imagine like just a total open THCa market in Italy? Just ripping a bong and having like a classic, like a handmade Sicilian Italian pizza.
I just like preferred the pizza back home when I was in Italy. Every time I just got disappointed each time. Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, I've never been, so I don't know.
I felt like we took what they made, which is a wonderful and great creation, and we made it better.
Sure. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I love American pizza, don't get me wrong. But we're not going to go down the pizza rabbit hole because we've done that before, and that gets violent quick. We got some deep dish peeps down here, and then we got some thin crust peeps up here. So we're just going to leave it at that, all right? Oh, it's funny. If you guys have been around a while watching, you know exactly what I'm referencing. So we'll leave it at that.
A great piece of beef.
Yeah, right? That's so funny.
There's only one true pizza.
Oh shit, here we go.
We're good.
I'll go to the crib and start eating some Detroit style.
On that note, I'm gonna load a bowl,
Nah,
y'all.
that ain't even a Chicago style deep dish. It's all Detroit style. And I'll smash on that just cause it's deep dish. That's fine too, bro. You gotta open your mind, expand your head to the pies in the world. You don't only eat apple pie, do you? No.
You don't only smoke one cannabinoid, do you?
I like pumpkin pie, man.
Oh, cold pumpkin pie with some whipped cream on that bitch. One thing I've grown to love as an adult that I did not like as a kid is pecan pie, but especially moving down south.
I like the custard of the pie, which is weird because it's like just like fucking you eat vanilla pie, but I don't know, bro. It's smack, dude. That custard, ooh. Like the custard after it's soaked with the pecans, though. Got you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
or chopped
yeah.
up pecan in the custard or something like that.
So nice.
But I don't like just like the big pieces of pecans, but like the custard with the crust.
Oh yeah, dude. It's nice and a little warm cup of coffee with it. Different day.
I don't know. This like not even related to pies, but it made me want like a classic Southern ass caramel cake.
Oh,
it's so good. That's like
nice
one of the best
biscuits and
sweets
gravy right now. Nice Southern biscuits and gravy.
Hey, I'll be whipping that up. I know how to whip it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, I love me some biscuits and gravy. It's so good.
That sounds hard. What time is it? What time is it?
11:07.
Yeah, 11:07 Eastern.
So about to hit an
I almost
hour
could have got
going
some,
almost.
bro. I'm tripping.
Y'all, there is a giveaway
That
this
white
week.
bubble
What do we
gum
want to
Tabata.
give away? What do we want to give away? Is all
I've been
I'm
giving away a lot of Zazas. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
I'm saying I wouldn't mind.
Are there options right now for $50 ounces?
Oh, Jerry talking about the whole Zipscaroonie.
Oh, there's the $75.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do one of those.
Uh-oh.
We'll give away a $50 ounce, everybody. We'll be posting the question later today, what you gotta post, what you gotta answer to win.
Hell yeah.
Said Zipscaroonie, quote Ganja Bear in Zipscaroonie Town. The weekly giveaway section right here. If you're watching the giveaway, we had some fam disappointed that there wasn't a giveaway this last week because, you know, I don't know. This last week, a lot of stuff just kind of went down, guys. A lot of stuff went
tons
down.
of good things to come.
For sure, for
Real
sure.
life does
It's
happen.
Weekly too. It's weekly, so every week going on from this point, you know, it
Yeah.
was just that last week. You'd be surprised how much random drama can come from
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Seriously, though.
internet. It's kind of funny. Beyond that, much love to each and every single one of you. Sorry that there's no spinning wheel going on,
We'll hit you next week, though.
but next week there's going to be one, and hopefully we get more than 10 entries this week. Because guys, that's
Crazy odds.
10% chance of winning. Type
Hey,
stuff.
y'all
So,
can't even be
Yeah,
mad.
I'm no
that
math
ain't-
major, but I think that's a 10% odds.
Y'all can't even be mad ain't no giveaway when y'all ain't trying to give away for real.
that's the second part. Good point, bro.
True. Good point.
Come on, bro. Get in here, bro. Stop playing around. Do y'all hear what he just said? 28 grams. I don't understand. Like, it's not even 28 people entering. Do the math.
Mm-hmm.
math.
Facts.
That's hard. It's like a gram per person or something. I don't know. But it's not how we're doing it. We're doing it like all of them go to one person. So be that person who enters and wins.
It's more nugs. Than
Mhm.
people. It is literally more nugs in the bag than people entering. If you don't
True.
enter that shit, bro,
More nugs in the bag. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We'll catch you on the next week, guys.
Later, y'all. Have a good one.